Hi, I'm Cindy Lee, Director Extraordinaire, International, and Fabulous, Oscar-nominated hero of South Africa, really the Siya Kolisi of filmmaking. Cindy Lee, fashionista. What more can I say? That's who I am.
Hello, I'm Katlego Baitsi. I'm a filmmaker and a creative director extraordinaire, and this is Existential.Kulture.
That was so good. Cindy Lee, welcome. Thank you so much, man, for coming through.
Sure.
How cool is this? How cool is this? We have an Oscar-nominated filmmaker in our midst.
I know, I still can't, it's weird hearing that. It's still, I don't know who you're talking to.
Well done, well done. So for the people at home who don't know, she started as and definitely correct me anywhere I trip up here, started as a creative many moons ago, I assume.
Copywriter? Oh, thank you. Many moons ago. That's lovely.
It's a compliment to say like the
been in the wild. Okay.
Of South Africa.
Thank you.
Right.
Right.
And you started as a creative, and then you obviously how do you bring that into your filmmaking? How does that play into like your world as a director?
I mean, first of all, being a copywriter, I learned so much about storytelling, telling stories in 30 seconds, and about commercials and all kinds of things. So I think it's been the basis for a lot of things that I do, being able to tell a good story in a short amount of time. And I think that's why our film was so good, is because people, they go, how do you tell such a big story in 28 minutes? But I mean, I can do it in 30 seconds. I can do it in 28 minutes.
Exactly, and you're still in both worlds, right?
Direct commercials and a lot of TV series, and that was my first short film.
Oh, amazing. But I saw that you also did The Morning After. That's a
TV series, yes.
Right?
I'm not an alky, like these lot, no offence. I haven't had a drop.
My first TV series was something called Sober Companion. I did a few episodes of that.
Wow, okay.
And then I did The Girl from St. Agnes, which was Showmax's very first local TV show.
Nice.
And then I did, my favourite TV show is called Desert Rose, which was for Mnet.
Nice.
And then The Morning After.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So you've got a nice IMDb profile.
Yeah, getting there, slowly.
I mean, Oscar-nominated, SAFTA-nominated, winner at the Pan-African Film Festival in LA.
Yes,
right?
That's what got us into the run for the Oscars.
So just explain for like the layman like myself, like how does one even get anywhere near the Oscars?
Yeah.
What's the process?
Well, you'll make a good film.
Of course. That's the
I know, it's very tricky. I mean, sometimes I think that
hard.
in a way we got really lucky. So you have to win at an Oscar qualifying film festival. There are about 120 odd of those in the world, I think. Wow. But you can't just win Audience Choice Award or the Jury Award or Best New Director or Best Drama. You have to win Best Overall Film
like
at that festival. Correct. And that then qualifies you for the Oscar. You can also, a few films that have money can do a theatre run in America, and that will also qualify you. So 180 short films qualified. They made the long list.
Yo.
And then the Academy start voting.
Top 5, baby.
Yeah, and the Academy go down from 180 to 15 in the short list, and then 15 out of 15, 5 get nominated. Yeah,
Bravo,
I know. I saw
really exceptional.
Yeah.
So one thing that I don't think people talk to you enough about is that you kind of like have a little bit of swag. There's a bit of swag there, man. It's like subtle swag happening.
Thank you.
So the Oscars,
thank you.
Yeah. The Oscars, I saw you were rocking Boys of London.
Yeah, Boys of Soweto, actually.
Boys of Soweto, what am
Who's
I saying?
Boys of London?
No, I don't know. I got, you know what? I got my wires crossed because the word on the street is you're going to be in London.
Oh, yeah. Good.
You're wearing Boys of Soweto.
Yeah, I know. I was very proud to wear Boys of Soweto.
Yeah.
Really proud.
And so already I'm seeing a theme of you kind of like representing South African culture.
Yeah, very much so.
The movie and just how you carry yourself.
Yeah.
So how does that play into like, the movie's got a little bit of Xhosa, right?
It isn't, and most of the film is Xhosa.
Yeah, so how did you navigate that? Do you speak the language?
No, I wish I did.
And how did you navigate that and what inspired that?
Well, we made this film to make a difference, not to win an Oscar. I think winning the Oscar came as a complete, wow.
Nice.
So the film is based loosely, it's inspired by the true story of a rhino that was poached in 2012. Her name was Tundi. And on that day, 3 rhinos were poached and 1 survived. Tundi was the first rhino that was poached in South Africa that survived. And the vet went to school with my brother. So my brother was at the site of a poaching with Dr. William Folds, and my brother was absolutely traumatized and said, what can I do? And Dr. Folds said, go back to Hollywood because David lives in LA and he's an actor there, and he goes, go and make us a film. So David wrote this film. So it was written in English, obviously. But we wanted this film to have an impact on the people living in South Africa, to have because it was shot in the Eastern Cape, so we had to make it in isiXhosa, and we wanted it to be the people that are involved with the rhinos, the people, because what is so important is there's such a big socioeconomic issue surrounding rhino poaching. It's not just about the foreigners coming in and taking the rhino back to Asia. That's not really. It's also about the fact that, like, her father didn't have a job. And this was made during COVID. There were no tourists in the game farms. There was no way he could support his family. So you could see that he did not want to do this. So that is another topic we have to talk about. So in order, Nelson Mandela says something really beautiful. He said, if you talk to somebody in a language they understand, it goes to their head. But if you talk to them in their own language, it goes to their heart. So we really said that if we want to make a difference in South Africa with this film, it has to be in isiXhosa.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And we didn't care if the rest of the world will go, well, we can't, because we didn't get into a lot of festivals and get through a lot of festivals, I think, because it was in isiXhosa, and it's, a lot of the Americans struggle
with
subtitles. So, but we thought, that's not why we're making the film.
That's amazing. Well, Parasite was great. And I remember the director when he won, he was like, kind of like, read subtitles, guys. You expand your world.
And it's happening a lot more now with television and with film. So we got to keep, and I think South African stories are better in their own language. I think our actors are better in their own language.
Yeah, like something that's more localized.
Correct.
It feels better as well. It feels more natural.
Yeah.
Also, like when you're watching stuff sometimes, and when the actors are clearly speaking in a way that character would not necessarily speak. It feels a bit odd.
Yeah.
You had a child actor in there?
First time.
I mean, how did that happen?
Yeah.
How did you decide this is the one we're going with? This is the person? They look like they're really phenomenal.
She was. She's incredible. Liyabona Morokhosa. I'm so grateful for her. So
I mean, how did that happen? Is it casting director or is it?
It was during COVID. Okay. So we had all the casting tapes were coming in, and we were looking at self tapes.
Oh wow!
And what actually happened is her next door neighbor had auditioned, and it said to her, because South Africa's, we don't have the biggest pool of actors to start with, and now it's got to be an isiXhosa, and now it's got to be an 11-year-old. So I was really struggling. I'd seen like 30 auditions, and we hadn't. Yeah. No kid came anywhere near that performance. Nobody. And I was starting to go, we don't have a film without her. I was getting very nervous. Even our the person that could have maybe done it was nowhere near her, would never have carried that film. So her neighbor apparently had said to her, listen, I know you love acting. There's an audition going on. Had given her the sides. She did an audition that was so good. When I saw that self-tape came in, all of us, the producers, everybody was like, there she is. Oh, nice. She was crying. Oh. She has this emotional depth that I've never seen in most adult actors, never mind an 11-year-old. And it was just like a genie in the bottle. Out she came.
Oh, that's so dope.
It was incredible.
And then you obviously, the lead.
Abemile Konko.
So how was that process? And it's a female lead, right?
Yeah.
And Rangers, I don't actually know the world, so just excuse me there. Is there a reason why we chose a female lead? I think it's pretty cool. I think we don't have a lot of female leads.
There were 2 reasons we did that. One is first of all, as a woman director, I'm very interested in female-driven stories. I want to make films that are about women. And it was something that we had discussed. But that aside, there are a lot of female rangers in South Africa. There's the Black Mambas. That's a group of just women-only rangers. But also what was very important for us with the story is the whole idea of, she doesn't have a child. The rhino's her family.
All right. Okay.
They are, there's this mother thing happening with her. And then it also happens with the Lita character, because Lita doesn't have a mother.
Okay. Whether
her mother's away or they're only the gogo, which you can see she's a bit tired of all this now. She just wants to get on with her own life, and there's this little kid. So there's the whole woman, the theme of raising children, of being a woman, of being a female ranger, and also I want to empower young women. I want them to know that they can have a future in anything they choose to.
That's dope, man. Now, being at the Oscars.
Yeah. Just say that again. Yeah, it's so weird.
Oscars. I mean, well done, dude. I mean, it's a really beautiful thing to see
Thank you.
a film like this at the forefront. So Shout out to that. You deserve all the flowers. Do you have any favorites of the actual Oscars? Things that you liked and things that you're like, I don't know why that was there. I don't know if you want to say that, but...
Are you talking about the movies that were nominated,
now
the films, actors, everything?
Yeah, now we're talking broadly. Like, what are some of your favorites?
Well, I mean, I did love Anora. I thought it was an extraordinary film. And I love the whole idea of indie filmmaking because that's something that I'm drawn to.
That's something I dig about.
Yeah, that you don't need to do. I mean, Sean Baker's a genius when it comes to that. You don't need big budgets to make a really good film.
It feels like a big budget movie when I look at it, though. When I was like I don't know how...
It wasn't big at all compared to it was really small.
It's like, wow, it feels big world and like its own... The color, the grade.
Yeah, but I think because it was independently made, it didn't have the studio backing and it didn't spend a huge amount of money on actors, which is why I think he got away with it. He also wrote it, directed, edited it himself. Yeah. I loved that film just because of the fact that it was an indie film and that it didn't have all the big power behind it of the machine, which is where all the money goes to. And in South Africa, we make indie films. We don't have studio backing. So it's inspiring to know that. And I love that kind of filmmaking where it's very much, yes, the camera work, but the camera isn't all in everything. It's the performances that are really important. Actors don't spend 5 days hitting their marks, walking into light. It's just the cameras follow the actors, the story. Yeah. That's what's more important than anything else.
Amazing.
I did love Emilia Perez. I thought that was an extraordinary film.
I haven't watched it, but I'm a bit hurt by Denis Villeneuve not being nominated for Best Director. I'm just like, guys. And I think I forget if it was in Best Film. I forget.
I don't think Dune was up for Best.
But I think Emilia Perez was.
Emilia Perez, it was. Yes, it was.
So I haven't seen it, so it's not fair for me to necessarily say. But I'm like, guys, what is this? What's going on here? I don't know.
You know what? Let me explain something to you. It's very difficult with the Oscars. Once you get to the top 5, it's quite, but when you get to who's going to win, the New York Times said we were going to win. Deadline said we were going to win. Wow. And Hollywood Reporter said we were going to win. And then we didn't win. So I'm going to sue them. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to sue them.
But just to go back for a second again, listen to what you just said. Deadline.
I know.
The Hollywood Reporter.
New York Times.
Talking about Cindy, talking about you. That's fucking cool, man.
But cool. You just never know what the mood is, and I think it's very much what the trend that I felt happened this year is they were looking for entertaining films. So I noticed that when the documentary short won, it was the only documentary short that was very lighthearted. It didn't have a serious message about school shootings or about the one that was all about the cop shooting. There's some very heavy message in shorts, and I think that's what a short should be, really. I think that you can carry serious messages in shorts, and that's why I love short filmmaking. Yeah, sure. But when that documentary won, the only one that didn't have a serious message, I remember thinking, they're going to go for, in the shorts, they're going to go for the only one that was comedy and the only one that wasn't like a socio-political message.
It's interesting.
And they did it with Anora. It was light, it was fun, it was pure entertainment. Yeah. It wasn't about popes, it wasn't about trance, it wasn't about drug thing, it was just a really fun, entertaining film. And I think after the fires in LA and everything that's just happened, they just wanted to vote for pure entertainment. That was my feeling this year. So you never know. Doesn't mean it was the best film. It was what the Academy voters, what the members were looking for at the time.
So interesting. In Cannes, there's more advertising, the Cannes Lion Awards.
Yes.
I feel like something similar is happening where like they also awarded a lot of the more... Cannes used to like all the very deep stuff that's like, it's capitalism, right? It's advertising, right? Selling this juice helped us cure AIDS, it's advertising, right? But now they kind of are awarding a lot of the more comical, comedy kind of themed awards, stuff that was just like vibes and funny and still really clever and still really well executed, but I definitely might be something in the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
But one thing I'm noticing is that the movie started during COVID, so it's been in the works for... when did you actually finish it? It's been in the works for a long time.
Yeah, it took us 3 years to finish the film because, when you make a short film, you don't have budget.
For
so
sure.
everybody does everything for free.
Yeah.
So you have to call on favors.
Yeah, like she's doing this for free.
Am I? That's not what my agent said.
Oh, Kathy saw the page. He's at the back.
Kathy saw.
Yeah, I got my guy.
So it takes a long time because, John Powell, who scored Wicked, he did the music for our film with...
well, just drop that in there too. Right?
Yeah.
Just in case anybody missed it. What's his name again?
John Powell.
Who just did Wicked.
Yes. He was nominated for an Oscar for Wicked.
Come on.
I know, right?
Your WhatsApp group is insane.
It took him a long time to be available to do this with us.
Yeah,
and then we had to find favors to do the music, to do the coloring. The editing took a long time. We have an incredible producer. His name's Darwin Shaw. So even after we'd edited, he would go back and fiddle with the edit and go through all the footage to make sure. Because it was really hard. We had 5 days to shoot, and then one of the producers arrived with COVID. So we lost half a day because of all the testing that we had to do. So we had 4.5 days to shoot that film. We had to track 2 rhinos, dart 2 rhinos. They were down for 20 minutes. They had to do a procedure on them. That's then all the time that was left was all the time I had to shoot them. Then they were up and they had to release them. So we were chasing rhinos. I had a first-time actress. So with all of that going on, there was a lot of footage. We were just shooting a lot. And a lot of the time, I would want to get the actors and the rhino in the same shot at the same time because I never wanted the audience to think we cheated that. And then so we would get it and I would go, roll the dialogue. And as I said that, the rhino would turn and his bum would face the camera. So we had a lot of rhino bum footage and we had to keep going butt footage.
Talking a little bit about the music of the film, could you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we had this incredible choir from Kailicha called the Thunder Choir.
Oh, nice.
And they did our music and they elevated it to another level altogether. And what is so exciting is that we've now put them between, thanks to John Powell scoring the film and working with them, they've now gone out onto this massive stage, the Oscar stage. People are here. And I think Disney want to work with them. And there's some really big production companies that now want to work with them, big studios that want to work with them.
Amazing.
That is the power of film. That's what excites me so much about getting a little film like this onto the Oscar stage, is they can see the potential of our actors. They can see what our stories are about. They know more about rhinos people had no idea. Do you know one rhino is killed every 15 hours?
Jeez, that much. Yeah. That's insane stats.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a massive...
Yeah. But it is exciting. So back to the Thunder Choir, to be able to elevate them and what it's done for them is very exciting. And we have such incredible talent in this country. So,
do, yeah.
Like now a lot of people go, well, now that you've been nominated for an Oscar and you've got a manager in America, are you going to move there? And I'm like, hell no. I want to stay here. I want to make South African stories.
That's it. That's where the flavor is, right? That's amazing. So now, how do you... I don't know if you get this quite often. I get it sometimes. I get DMs from young people who want to really get into the industry. Yeah. First of all, the industry's got its problems and it's not growing enough and it's not enough support for people. It's not enough it's not big enough an industry in my opinion, What do you say to young people who want to get into it and want to just start and where do they begin?
I wish it's so difficult. I mean, I run something called Shadow Us. It's an initiative that I started and I bring young women onto all my sets. So I can do that, but I think everybody needs to do something to help. Bring them on set as much as they can, give them the exposure, let them understand exactly what it is. And then if they're any good, then hire them. Keep looking for young people and hire them. I think also people just need to write their own stuff and film their own stuff. And on iPhones, it's so easy. On an Apple, so easy to edit your own stuff, tell your own stories, find your voice. That is the most important. I mean, I didn't go to film school. I'm what I call a scavenger learner. I learn everything from the internet. I really do.
Nice. I'm similar in a way, but I always look at like some of my favorite filmmakers, and a lot of them didn't go to film school. You know, like whether it's like Tarantino or I'm going over blank now. I think Paul Thomas Anderson left film school, and he's like a very serious kind of filmmaker.
Yeah.
Spike Jonze. There's a long list. Yeah. So I do that for myself to be like who went to film school, who didn't. Yeah. And it is about try get in somewhere, but do what you can with what you can. Yeah. So you was just saying now, obviously you're not moving anywhere, but what's in the future for you right now? What is there anything that's in the works? Anything you want to work towards? What's next for Cindy Lee?
Well, two things. I mean, obviously I want to make a feature now. I don't have the right project. I'm not a writer. I leave writing to the writers. I work with writers once we have a script, just to make sure that that's what you do as a director. You work on it, craft it. So I am looking for a female-driven. I'm going to start reading a lot of local books now to try and find something maybe we can get the rights to.
Nice.
But I want, because my next film's I'm hoping it's going to be something amazing. So I'm trying to find that. I have a few ideas, but I don't know the exact thing.
Okay.
And then I'm working on a TV series. There's a local writer called Sean Steinberg. I worked with him. He wrote Girl from St. Agnes. He did Spinners. He worked on White Lies.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now he's done a new show called Blondie.
Okay.
And we have this unbelievable South African living in America. Her name is Leslie Ann Brunt. And she wants to play the lead in this TV series. So now we're looking to try and do a co-production with America to get proper money to make it here. And it will be here. Other than her, it's all going to be done here.
That's great. Dude.
And it's a very exciting TV series. So I want to do that. I just wish we had more development money in South Africa. I wish the NFEF was working, because the fact that they're broken is going to stop a lot of international people coming here and doing co-productions.
Yeah.
So if they don't sort themselves out, our industry is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, a lot of challenges in South Africa because we have to almost rely on, that's why advertising I think is so big.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of skilled filmmakers who need a place to do their craft.
And you learn it. I mean, we must never say that. I mean, I love advertising.
I'm an
very
advertising guy.
I love it, yeah.
It's my craft, it's my skill.
I love it. It's where I've learned to hone everything.
Absolutely.
I'm only as good in my long form is because I learned to craft it in commercials.
I mean, if you look at...
That's where your budgets are. That's where everything...
The talent and the skill and the crafting. There's so much of it in advertising.
Yeah.
You don't have that opportunity as much, I feel, in long form. That's why I feel advertising is so strong in South Africa. That's why they compete at Cannes regularly.
No,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or international, one show, DNAD, it's a regular thing.
Yeah.
Whereas the Oscars and those things, it's harder to get there because we don't, it took you, I don't know, sounds like 4 years or something to complete the project, you know?
And we have an amazing body of talent in this country. We're just not practicing enough.
Yeah.
And we also, because our budgets are so small, what is happening with long form is that we're not crafting properly. We're making things very quickly. We don't have time to write. Do you know what I mean? The amount of time that it takes to write a television series, to write it and craft it and craft it and rewrite it. And we don't do that. And you can,
have the opportunity,
and then we're shooting most of the series I've done, we're shooting up to 12 pages a day. That's, you can't make a good show shooting 12 pages a day.
Look,
you just can't do it.
So it's just like, go.
Where's your crafting?
And speaking of TV series, do you have any favorites at the moment?
Adolescence. I've watched it twice.
I want to watch it, but I'm scared.
Come on.
No, I'm going to watch
it. No, the craft
of that. I think you should watch it. I want to
watch you must watch it.
But I'm kind of I'm a bit I know I'm going to be very uncomfortable. I've become soft, you know? I used to all the Kill Bill and what's that?
Yeah, but that's different because that's external violence. It's not
real.
Yeah, this is
raw,
frighteningly real.
Yeah, and it's that's why it's frightening because it's the whole manosphere stuff with these gross people like Andrew Tate that are
it's terrifying.
So it is quite scary.
Yeah.
And it is,
but I think it's really important because parents need to know what's going on. You can't have your head in the sand. You have to know, you have to be able to have this conversation with your children. And I think what was so powerful about that film is they weren't talking about it enough. I think they realized that they weren't having the conversations. Look how difficult it was for him to talk to his own son. And I mean, that just shows you that parents have to be able to have these conversations with their children. As hard as it is, you have to do it. And you have to also put your big pants on and go, I'm the boss in this family, not you. And not somebody else out there in the,
the manosphere.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming, man. I can't believe you did it. It's really cool. Really cool to see the swag in person. I know the next time is going to be a feature that you're going to see.
It'll be great.
And we'll be rooting for you. So shout out.
Thank you.
Sinili, thank you.
Thank you. Woo! Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it. Yeah.